In today's video, I'll be breaking down everything that I pack on every trip, from lifestyle to tech that I feel has allowed me to pack lighter, stay on a budget, all while being as efficient and productive as possible. This year alone, I've traveled way more than I've ever expected for business and personal reasons. And with that, every time I travel, I always have a new experience and something that I typically swap out or interchange with something that I feel is better for my lifestyle. This first one is my check-in bag. I kind of made the mistake of getting it in 24 inches instead of 28 inches, and it's from a brand called Coyer. Now this suitcase cost me around $117, and I didn't really want to go above $200 when picking and finding a suitcase that I feel would fit best for me. There are some obvious things that I just really like about this suitcase. For one, when it comes to color choice, I wanted something that was darker, like grays or blacks, because I know this is gonna be thrown around in baggage claim and it's gonna get marked up and dinged up. And surprisingly, for the last 3 flights, we only have this big line right here. So it's held up pretty nice. It's also super durable, has really tough corners, and that's something that you want, especially when you're looking for a suitcase. A small little thing that I pretty much always have on every suitcase is a little lock. I know if somebody really wanted to get into one of these, they could, but it's kind of just peace of mind knowing that the average person just can't open up my suitcase and start taking things out that are mine. My second suitcase is my carry-on, and this is actually the most recent addition to my traveling necessities lineup. And with past recent delays and weather, just waiting from baggage from other planes to come in, I could have been out of the airport hours before if I just had a carry-on suitcase. It's from a company called Lugex. I could be absolutely butchering that, but for a carry-on suitcase, it's super durable with these reinforced corners, which is something I always look for. Super durable, so I know if other suitcases are piled on top of this, I'm not worried about my belongings inside. And it's also got this expandable zipper here too, if you really need to pack some extra clothes or other personal belongings. Just like the one I just showed you, it does have this lock, which is always super helpful for peace of mind. And keeping the same aesthetic, I just like the graves and blacks. I think they just look super clean, minimalistic, and it just kind of fits my overall travel style. Next on the list for my personal packing necessities, packing cubes. These are the most convenient things when it comes to packing light, traveling short, and you want to get as much into your suitcase as you can. If you don't know what packing cubes are, they allow you to separate and divide and basically organize all your clothes. So this bag could be for all my pants. Another bag could be for all my shirts, socks, underwear, you get them. Okay, next up, I'm starting to realize I'm wearing all gray. That's gray, this is gray, that's gray. If you can't already tell a pattern, I like gray and black colors. Say what you want, but this Lulu fanny pack has been one of the most convenient and clutch things that I bring on my personal self. So here's some of the things that I bring that are just personal to me. First on the list is my deodorant. I am getting a travel size version of this. I just needed it for demonstration purposes. Look, I think we can all agree, especially if you're traveling for a few hours, you're sitting on a flight squished between people, you're gonna smell bad, other people are gonna smell bad, and everything's gonna smell bad. So you need some sort of fragrance, or deodorant is probably my favorite. I'm also gonna be putting cologne in my bag, but since these are so big, I just went ahead and ordered a more travel size one that I can just siphon out from my favorite one. Second is my EpiPen. I'm allergic to a lot of things. I don't wanna have an allergic reaction in the middle of the airport and go through that whole process. It's not fun, I'm not getting into that. I also bring some Benadryl and ibuprofen as well for either small allergic reactions, headaches, other things. It's really nice to I also can't go anywhere without my hand cream. This is pretty big and I might get a more travel friendly size. Next up on the list is my chapstick. This is from Burt's Bees. Tons of flavors and I literally can't go anywhere without this. Getting to the more essential important things, this is my wallet. I've had this wallet for almost 3 years and it's a Ridge titanium wallet and I suggest it to literally everyone. You can just see, like, look how beat up and scratched it is. It's gone through so much. It allows me to hold my essential cards and cash. And when it comes to my wallet, anytime I travel, I always take out anything I don't need and just keep the necessities. Last but not least are my AirPod Pros 2nd generation. Now I'll get into this more when I talk about my headphones, but AirPods for around the airport are so convenient. I wanna be able to hear people. I wanna be able to order my food. I wanna be able to talk to people at the front desk if I need to figure out flight information, delays, whatever. And they're way more comfortable, especially when I'm walking around. For things such as movies, I'm obviously using my headphones, but that's gonna be a little wrap on what I bring. Now I do wear this over the shoulder. Some people wear it around their waist. I've just found over the shoulder is super easy for me to access things if I need to. I almost forgot about this, but the most important thing that I bring on every trip is my iPhone 15 Pro. I bought this at launch and I've interchanged cases and different phone accessories, and these are the ones that I found to be my favorite. This is Anker's Flex Stand case. My favorite part about this is it has so many multi-functional uses. For one, it acts as a Magsafe, so I can use it on wireless chargers. And two, I can spin this around to prop it up horizontally, put it over my Mac screen, prop it up vertically, and even put it between my hands if I want something super secure, if I'm looking to take a picture. It's also a fun little fidget toy on the plane when my ADHD is going crazy. I also have a Spigen screen protector. I know the debates and controversies around screen protectors, but you will never catch me not having one. Next up on the list for the Tech Essentials bag, this is my Brevity jumper. As much as I love this backpack, swapping this out will actually be my next upgrade. Look, it's a great basic one, but when I'm carrying laptops, cameras, and other heavier things, it really feels weighed down, and I feel like the quality is slowly started to give out because there's not much padding on this one, and when I set it down, I have to be very careful. Nonetheless, it served me well, and let me show you what I have inside. First, this actually has my script, but this is my M3 Max MacBook Pro. I use this for all things content and business related, and especially like things on a flight. I can still edit videos, catch up on emails, respond to things that I need to, and it literally just does everything. It's also my home workstation as I set it on a docking station and do the exact same. So being able to bring this knowing that I have all my personal files and everything all together on this, it's just a super convenient thing. From time to time, I also think it's really important to swap things out, and this is why I have a dedicated Windows laptop. This is my Lenovo 9i 2-in-1 laptop. My favorite thing about this is the fact that I can fold the screen. Sometimes for brands, promotions, sponsorships, whatever that looks like, they want concepts. And I found myself literally just going into SketchUp or Photoshop and just drawing up like a simple concept design. I'm not an artist, by the way. It does take up extra space, so that does factor into whether I bring it or not. Next is my Anker power bank. This was about 20 bucks. It literally gets me through my entire flight and doesn't even go past 50%. I can charge my MacBook, phone, headphones, AirPods, all the things that work well for me, this thing does best. Next is my camera, which is the Sony ZV-E1, which I'm currently filming with. I bought this camera earlier this year, upgrading from the Canon M50 Mark II, and it has been the greatest upgrade that I've ever made. The lens I'm currently using is the Tamron 17-28. I'm considering getting a 24-70 in the near future and maybe even a 14mm wide angle, but that's down the road because those lenses are expensive. On the camera, I just added a small rig case. This is really nice for attaching other camera accessories and even increasing the durability. It's also got a bigger hand grip, which is perfect because the natural ZV-E1 hand grip is really small and can kind of feel like you don't have good stability. I also bring my small little camera bag. I kid you not, this was literally like $15 on Amazon. I've had it for over 2 years and it is perfect. It just goes to show you don't need to spend crazy money and you can still get really strong, durable gear. First up in the bag is my shotgun mic, which is the Deity D4 Duo. My favorite part about this is you're not limited to just recording audio from this end, you can also do it from this end as well. And in post-production, in my editing software, I can sync them up so it goes through both ears and you can hear basically surround. Next on the list is what I'm personally using. These are the Rode Wireless Go's. If you told me I could only have one mic for the rest of my life, it'd be these. They're so functional, so convenient, they eliminate wires, and I can literally use them in any purpose. Like for now, I simply have the transmitter in my pocket connected to the lav setup. I just clip it onto my shirt, and now we have crisp, clear audio. DJI also makes a really solid option. I'll link both of those as well in the description. Next on the list is external storage. This is an absolute travel necessity. Things that I have for brands and even my own personal work, I need something fast, reliable, and with a lot of storage. And this has worked amazing for me. I also have this Western Digital 6TB one that's gonna slowly take the place of this one once I fully fill it up. This is a charging pack from one of my favorite brands called Newer, but it allows you to charge 2 extra batteries, which is so nice. I burn through batteries very quick, especially if I'm filming outdoors. So being able to swap these out and constantly have a new one charge is super nice. It's also got a little SD compartment, which leads me to my next thing, which is my SD card holder. Now this thing literally cost me about $5 to $6 on Amazon, and it's perfect because it's got so much storage. If you do a lot of freelance work, maybe either personal content, and you're swapping out SD cards for different projects, this is really nice. I'm pretty sure this one is also water resistant. Don't take my word for that, but you can buy ones that I know are confirmed like that. I also bring simple things like USB-C chargers. I try to pack as little power banks and cables as I can, just important things. And to be honest, almost everything besides my MacBook and my camera battery charger works off USB-C. So I only bring 1 to 2 cables. Favorite part about travel are my Sony XM5s. Funny enough, I actually had these Sony XM4s before this, but I either lost them or I think they got stolen at my gym. They really are the best for the price. They're so comfortable, have amazing noise cancellation, and for things such as watching movies on a plane where a baby is crying in the background or the turbulence is crazy, this literally just blocks out everything. I promise you, if there's one thing you take away from this video, it's get yourself a pair of XM5s. You won't regret it. I have 2 honorable mention products that sometimes make the cut. The first one is my Logitech MX Master 3S. I use this on my personal setup, and a lot of times if I know I'm gonna be doing a lot of video editing, I bring this. I just can't edit on the Apple trackpad to save my life. And this really increases my productivity, just having a more seamless workflow. Another honorable mention is my JBL Flip 6. I literally have 2 of these because I love them so much. I give it to my younger brother, and he he beats up on it all the time throughout his day. They're small, compact, and also extremely inexpensive. I also can't be a content creator without saying that I use an ND filter. Jokes aside, this is one of my favorite camera accessories. If you don't know, it's essentially just sunglasses for your camera. On my recent trip to Arizona, where it's 100+ outside and super bright, you need these if you're trying to get some good content. Now, depending on the trip, I either bring one of two tripods. First is either my Joby GorillaPod, the KC9 infamous one. But planning ahead, if I know I'm gonna need a bigger, more sturdier tripod, I'm definitely bringing this one, as it can literally do what this can't. I also should throw in my quick releases, L brackets, and even screwdrivers for adjusting camera gear. As much as it seems like this is a lot, it's actually decreased a lot from what it was. And the biggest packing tip that I can give to you is find little small compartment things like this. They're inexpensive. You can buy like 2 of these and literally put all your camera gear in 2 of them and just stack them side by side. With that being said, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this type of content and you want more, like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. You guys know what to do, and I'll catch you in the next one.